Let me give you a quick class on just how petty and childish Donald Trump is. Everybody wants to receive some kind of an award. No matter who you are, what field of study you're in, what do you do for a living, everybody wants to be awarded. That's why they have employees of the month at fast food restaurants and in offices and buildings and companies all over the world. And presidents also like to receive other medals and awards in addition to being a president of a country or a king or whatever. Donald Trump really wants to receive a Nobel Peace Prize, mainly because he's delusional in thinking that he's really been a peaceful president in stopping wars around the world. He is not. But deep down, he really wants to get that prize because Barack Obama got one in 2009, soon after winning the presidential election of 2008-2009. Now, I don't think Barack Obama deserved the Peace Prize that early on in his administration, but he was nominated and he won. Okay, whether or not he lived up to the Peace Prize, that's for historians to judge. Whatever. But Donald Trump really wants one. And so he's been advocating around the world for different heads of state to nominate him and put him in the drawing for a Peace Prize. And heads of state have been doing it. He tried to get India to do it, but India wasn't having it because India and Pakistan had a 24-hour conflict that they solved on their own. But Donald Trump made some kind of phone call about tariffs, and he thought that phone call was the ceasefire that Pakistan and India agreed with. It wasn't. But he's been going around saying, hey, I solved that war. I've solved 7 wars in the last 6 months, which is all a lie. But he wants that peace prize. So according to the New York Times, with sources from New Delhi and Washington, the New York Times reports that a 35-minute phone call on 17 June, Trump told Modi how proud he was of ending the military escalation and mentioned that Pakistan was going to nominate him for the Nobel Prize. The paper added, the not-so-subtle implication, according to people familiar with the call, was that Mr. Modi should do the same. According to the report, Modi replied that the U.S. involvement had nothing to do with the recent ceasefire and said the matter was settled between India and Pakistan. The Times said Trump largely brushed off the response and that Modi's refusal to engage on the Nobel became a turning point. So what does Trump do? I want you to get me this. You're lying because what you're saying happened didn't happen. You had nothing to do with it. Okay, so you don't want to agree with the way that war ended and you don't want to nominate me for the prize. So I'm going to take my ball and go home. But also, I'm going to slap you with a 50% tariff because you won't nominate me for the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, India is a part of the BRICS coalition. That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I'm already part of BRICS, which is most of those people are the enemy to the U.S. I'm still trying to do business with you, but you're mad because I won't nominate you for the Peace Prize. So you slap my country with a 50% tariff, and you still want me to do business with you? No. So what does Modi of India do? He goes to the China parade ceremony and he cozies up more so with Putin from Russia and Xi of China. What are we doing here? And we all know how tariffs work. So anything coming over from India to the United States, we have to pay a 50% tariff. Great negotiator. What do you think?